talk about UFO experiences. So I'm a locomotive engineer. I drive trains. That's a fancy way to say I drive trains. But I work in the Bay Area for BART and drive towards Lawrence Livermore Lab. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Lawrence Livermore Weapons Lab supposedly has the largest laser weapon, I guess, in the world. I don't know.
Well, I don't like that one bit. What are they doing
Yeah.
with that?
And driving to work one day, see this green light above the lab, and then it just disappears. And I call my buddy, my conductor, he was working on the same train as me. And I was like, dude, please tell me you saw that. And he's like, I'm so glad you saw that because nobody would believe me.
Right.
Interesting. Don't know.
How long did it last?
I mean, the light was there for maybe a few minutes, and then just, like I said, it was like light speed. Just, you see it just disappear and just gone.
And what time, did you say what time of day it was?
It was about 3 a.m. High peak commuter traffic, which is weird because, the Altamont. So I live in the valley, which is, and you got to commute over the Altamont to go into the Bay Area, which is most people in this area live. And so it's very interesting. Like, a lot of people that I grew up with, their parents worked at the lab, and now people that I grew up with work at the lab, but they've disappeared on social media and stuff. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm just saying.
Getting scrubbed off the internet because they're building giant lasers.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I looked it up online. I mean, there's different missile projects that they've been involved with at Lawrence Livermore Labs. It's very interesting. But
what are the theories about the laser out there?
It's just the largest laser that they have, that they could just shoot shit out of the sky, I guess. I don't know.
Like missiles and stuff?
Yeah. Like, this is a defense laser, or are they?
Yeah, it's a defense laser. It's Lawrence Livermore Defense Lab is what I was known growing up. And then they shut down pre-COVID, and then they reopened, I believe, right before or after. Someone had to fact check me on that, but yeah, so very interesting.
Yeah.
I got a lot to say, but rest in peace, John MacArthur, man. John MacArthur, big theologian, one of the great theologians in this world, and he was supposed to be there. He was on his way to meet Martin Luther King the day that Martin Luther King was assassinated. That's my next deep dive. Is to look into that. Very interesting story. But he's a great theologian, and I really appreciate his work. He stood on business for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. I have his study Bible. It's incredible.
Yeah, so that's how I became a Christian. So I killed a kid. I killed a kid in 2017 driving a train, and my conductor, which we really talked too much, and he gave me a study Bible. He gave me a John MacArthur study Bible.
Wow.
And so then I was raised Catholic, and he gave me the John MacArthur study Bible, started reading it, started learning it, then ultimately ended up going to church with him, and that's when I was saved.
I love it.
But yeah, there's a lot more to that, but ultimately I emailed you because I have to say it, long time listener, first time caller.
It's awesome. Thank you. Love hearing that.
But I emailed you about dreams, and I was very vague. I wish I would have been more in detail, because I think you would have noticed it maybe.
Well, tell us about it.
And so my dad died in 2020, not because of COVID, congestive heart failure. And for a year, my dad, I would dream about him, but he would just be there, like as a presence, right? Like he'd be next to me. He wouldn't, I would never see his face. which is very interesting, you know, and the day before, or the night, so the night before his 1 year anniversary, I saw his face and he said, "I'm okay."
Wow.
Which was very weird. And then I shared my story with my mother just this year for the first time, and I told her that I was trying to get on your podcast because I wanted to talk about this, and I'm not bullshitting. And she was like, "That's crazy," because she's like, "I still haven't seen your father's face, and my dad died 5 years ago."
Wow.
And so, like, I found Timcast, you know, years ago, or when like 2020, whatever, and love Sam Tripoli, big Sam Tripoli guy, and Temple Hat, and he had a guy on that was talking about, like, where do we go when we sleep, right? Are we in like an alternate universe? Like, where are we, right? Like,
yep.
we pass out and then we wake up hours later. Like, where are we? What does a dream mean? And you believe in dimensions, but then it's like, also, like, my dad wasn't really from the last conversation I had with my dad when I became a Christian, because my dad was a Catholic, he just said, "Look, I made a deal." My dad was a cop, which is another, like, I can go down that because he worked on the Speed Freak killers. The Speed Freak killer case, which was it was a big mass murder.
Oh wow.
These two guys, they were only convicted of 3 murders, but they found the remains. One of the guys committed suicide, but the other one wanted like $30,000 and was giving up the location of the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And they found the remains of 72 humans.
Oh man!
Here in Linden, California, home of Aaron Judge. I don't know if any Yankees fans out there, but you go through that town and there's just a big sign for Aaron Judge. But
that's a lot of.
So it's like, so as a Christian, you believe in, you know, it's like, I get that there's 12th hour Christians that, you know, at the hour of their death, you know, it's like the thief on the cross that repented and gave himself. But yeah, I'm just curious to hear your thoughts and have a conversation with you.
Yeah, on like dreams and where we go.
Yeah,
man. I mean,
that's a great question.
I think about it a lot.
Me too.
They bug me out. Like, what do you think?
Man, well,
they bug me out because it's like, I mean, I've had dreams of like my wife cheating on me, or my wife not wanting to be with me anymore, or like I'm like I said, I'm a locomotive engineer, so I get drug tested maybe once or twice a month. It just depends. And like I've had dreams of like smoking weed, and like I wake up and I'm just like, holy shit, I'm getting fired. You know, like I just don't know.
Right. Kev's, you have some thoughts on dreams?
Yeah, I mean, I have some thoughts on dreams for sure. Because biblically, if you look at what's happened in the Bible with dreams, it's continuous. You know, there's Daniel, he's trying to interpret Nebuchadnezzar's dreams. There's a power behind dreams. And there's that Dune quote too. I think it's like, dreams are a message from the deep.
Oh yeah,
or something like that. It's such a great term. I think it's a great way to say that it's like when we're dreaming, we have a closer connection maybe to the spirit world.
Yeah.
And maybe there's things communicated from the spirit world during that time period that I think we've lost touch on. We've just decided that it's just figments of our imagination, but there's deep meaning, I think, behind some of these dreams. Maybe not ones of your wife cheating and things like that. I mean, right. I've had like, you know, feverish type dreams too, but some of them, I think there's a true meaning behind it. And it's not just biblical, it's throughout, you know, all different traditions.
And with Nebuchadnezzar's writing, that was like the writing on the wall, right? With Mene, Tekel, Parsin, I think is what they had on the wall for Nebuchadnezzar, which is like the end is coming for you. You know?
Yeah.
But dreams, who was the one that Pharaoh had interpret.
There was Pharaoh with the Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph and his like he was able to interpret dreams. They're very important in the Bible. I think dreams should be taken seriously. It's like they've become like memeified, into oblivion. Where I don't want to hear your dream. I'm tuning out when I hear dreams. But I think they're actually really interesting. They could be multiple things. They could be like a portal to some bigger truth, whether it's like a portal of some sort of premonition or a portal to your own psyche, whether it's, the wife cheating on you, it might not be an exact thing, but I think sometimes it's some sort of reflection of something going on inside of us.
Well, that was just an example.
Right,
I mean,
but,
I'm not, I know my wife and I trust my wife. It's not that. It's
right.
just.
But I'm saying like I have dreams like that too, where they're just completely out of what would happen in my reality. But I'm always curious why I'm having those dreams. Like, is it something my subconscious just kind of swept up throughout the day and is now recreating? Was it something I read? Is it something else? Is it a fear? I know I've had, when I was younger, I had recurring dreams all the time, and they were like scary, crazy dreams.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does that mean? Is that coming for me in the future? I don't know, but I think they're fascinating, and I think they're worth studying. I think sometimes certain dreams and certain people, they can be paralyzed by their dreams, and
for sure.
they don't know what to do with them. They interpret them, I guess, too literally, and they literally become like agoraphobic. But I think they're interesting, like almost like kaleidoscopic interpretations of whatever's going on in our big skulls. I don't know where we go. Like, some people would say it's divine. Other people would say it's some sort of, not the astral plane, but some sort of astral plane that we're just going to, dipping into the collective consciousness.
Someone says dreams are a manifestation of our subconscious thoughts.
It's that too. It's like it's telling us something. It's almost like what we were talking about, talking to schizophrenics. They don't make sense because they look like poems or something abstract to us. Yeah. But I think there's some sort of deeper kernel of truth in them.
Just like with dreams.
Exactly. I like to hear about dreams. I don't discount them. I think there's something important to them.
This is something too, and people think I'm weird for this, but like I'll actually go in and when I worked at different places, it would be the morning people are like, "Hey, how are you doing today?" I'm like, "Good. What did you dream about?"
That's awesome. How do they take that?
People, I recommend people do it because then people start thinking and they're like, huh. It's fun to ask.
I don't know. I think people don't really like to hear about dreams so much.
I think they've been conditioned not to.
Yeah.
I think they're interesting. Writing is obviously very important to me. Mm-hmm. My writing literally started out of me having a dream log when I was like really young, because I was very curious about what the heck is this happening in my dreams. Why?
I actually like to go to sleep to dream. I'm like, because it's like a story. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what is it going to be this time? You know?
Do you lucid dream ever?
All the time.
Really?
I do all kinds of dreams. I mean, I don't really ever see myself in a dream. Chris does that, my husband. He always, there's a lot of times he'll be like, oh, I'm dreaming. I have to wake myself up. I'm like, how do you do that?
Right.
And I get like really involved in my dreams. Like I'm there. Like I'm totally in a different world. And I'll just wake up and I'm like, wait, I have to like refocus where I am. But I can never pull myself out of a dream.
Right. Yeah, I haven't had that. I like being visited by the dead, like what you were saying with your father. I haven't had like the faceless type, but I have been visited by my grandfather in a dream, and he's someone I've had my only real, what I think would be like a ghost story, when the story happened with me in my grandma's house and the ceiling fan going on, the buttons being pressed, and I watching it go down. It was right after his funeral, and I'm like, this has got to be my grandfather. Mm-hmm. But he has visited me, and it's always like, it's great. Mm-hmm. What's up?
Yep.
How you doing? I'm fine.
Yeah, but I it's like, I tried to understand it as like, I had like the MK Ultra stuff and, being brainwashed or however it may be in these phones and whatever we do. And, but then also bringing faith into it to where it's just like, okay, my dad was Catholic, and so it's like, is he stuck in purgatory because we didn't call him the nuns? We didn't pay the money to get him out. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think not. I mean, as Christians, I don't believe in purgatory, right? I think that's just a Catholic thing.
It's a Catholic thing, which I'm not theologian, or I'm not smart enough to argue it, but just trying to understand like where we go, what we do, because feel like as humans, we're kind of stuck in the matrix. Like, why do we have to, most people at work, where, I mean, why do we have to work 5 days to get 2 days off? I mean, it kind of sucks.
Totally. I know.
So,
We're
I don't
trapped in a
know.
weird routine that's anti-dream.
Well,
I'm curious how
we
that
jump
affects
in
them.
these metal objects and we fly around and time travel, essentially. Like,
Yeah.
if you told our great grandfathers, you know, what we were doing, it's like we're time traveling through this space to
Yes.
go and make money. I mean, it's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we can
travel in
time
space
travel in
and
our
time.
phones too.
Yeah.
I can go see Pantera play Russia in the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Another point on dreams, I thought this was fascinating. This old Native American guy in a tribe told me that their thought on dreams was that that you as a person have multiple souls. And that their thought, the Native Americans, was that one soul stays in your body and kind of keeps it going to breathe and stuff like that. And then your other soul travels out and has these dream experiences and then comes back to your body later.
Wow.
As you know, there's a lot of different ideas and traditions and thoughts.
Yeah,
but,
it's a great thought. I mean,
No, I haven't heard that. That's
no, me neither.
amazing.
And maybe also dreams are a closer connection to the afterlife. You know, maybe that's why people are visited by the dead. I mean, there's something very odd that we all just fall asleep for hours and it's like a fake death every night.
Well, when you see about, was it DMT and the burning bush, and, you know, that when we die, that comes through. And so we might be hallucinating or enter another realm. And I like all different sides of everything. And I just try to make sense of it, but enjoy this life.
Yeah. When I'm going to try to get this right, I want to get it in my head first. When Grace to You put out that John MacArthur died, they said his faith became sight. And I really love that line. I love that line.
That was beautiful.
Isn't that so good?
Wow.
I read it to my kids the morning that they put it out. I was like, this is incredible. Talk about what that line means. And maybe there's something in there about dreams too, you know, about just like all this is preparation, right, for whatever's next.
Wow.
So something abstract that we believe in, it's abstract, but we believe in it, right, becomes right there before our very eyes. So
Amazing.
well,
I listened to his last words that were spoken on camera, and he talked about, you know, walking down the final trail, and he kind of knew, which is just like, you know, as Christians, we should be wanting to die, but willing to live for his glory.
Amen
well
to that.
put, man. Well put. Well, thank you so much for calling in. It was great having you. I'm sorry I missed the emails in the first place, but I'm glad we got to talk about them now.
No, we're good. I mean, like I said, long time listener, and I appreciate your what you guys are putting out, and I'll definitely be calling back.
Awesome. Please do. Yeah, please do, because I want to hear more about the speed free killer stuff.